Today, we're embarking on a journey together, a journey through the 10 Commandments of Christianity. These aren't just ancient rules etched in stone. They are living, breathing principles for a richer, more fulfilling life, a life overflowing with God's blessings. We're going to discover how these commandments can help us navigate the challenges of today's world, how they can bring us peace, joy, and a deeper understanding of God's love. So, let's open our hearts and minds and get ready to experience the transformative power of the 10 Commandments. The very first commandment tells us, "You shall have no other gods before me." It's about prioritizing, about putting God at the center of everything we do. When we put God first, when we trust Him above all else, we're not just following a rule. We're inviting Him to lead us, guide us, and empower us to live our best lives. It's like setting our internal compass to His unwavering love and faithfulness. Think about it. When we make God our top priority, when we seek His guidance in our decisions, when we trust His plan for our lives, even when we don't understand it, that's when we find true peace, true joy, and true fulfillment. It's about surrendering our worries and fears to Him, knowing that He's in control. The second commandment, "You shall not make for yourself a carved image," speaks to the very essence of how we worship. It's not about outward rituals or material possessions, it's about the posture of our hearts. It's about connecting with God on a deeper level, in spirit and in truth. You see, true worship isn't confined to a church building or a specific day of the week. It's a continuous conversation with God, a heart filled with gratitude, and a life that reflects His love and grace. It's about seeking His presence in every moment, in every interaction, and letting His light shine through us. "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain." This commandment reminds us of the immense power and holiness of God's name. It's not just a word, it represents His authority, His love, His very essence. When we use His name carelessly or disrespectfully, we diminish its significance. Instead, let's use His name to uplift, to encourage, to offer hope. Let's speak His name with reverence and gratitude, acknowledging His presence in our lives. Remember, every time we utter His name, we have an opportunity to invite His power, His love, and His blessings into our lives. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. In the busyness of life, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle, always on the go. But God, in His infinite wisdom, knew we needed a day of rest, a day to recharge, reconnect, and refocus on Him. The Sabbath isn't just about taking a break from work. It's about taking a break from the worries and anxieties of life and dedicating time to worship, to prayer, and to simply being in God's presence. It's a time to reflect on His goodness, to count our blessings, and to renew our strength. When we honor the Sabbath, we're not just following a rule. We're investing in our spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being. We're allowing God to replenish us, to refresh us, so we can go out and be the best versions of ourselves. Honor your father and your mother. This commandment goes beyond just our biological parents. It speaks to respecting and appreciating those who have nurtured us, guided us, and shaped us into the individuals we are today. It's about recognizing the sacrifices they've made, the love they've poured into our lives. When we honor our parents, we're not just honoring them, we're honoring God. We're acknowledging the family structure He created and the importance of respecting authority. It's about expressing gratitude for the gift of family and recognizing the vital role they play in our lives. "You shall not murder." This commandment is a powerful statement about the sanctity of life, a life that is precious and sacred because it is a gift from God. It reminds us that every human being is created in His image and deserves to be treated with dignity, respect, and love. But this commandment goes beyond physical harm. It speaks to the words we use, the thoughts we entertain. Are we harboring anger, resentment, or bitterness in our hearts? These negative emotions can be just as destructive as any weapon. You shall not commit adultery. This commandment is about so much more than just physical infidelity. It's about the sanctity of marriage, the covenant between a man and a woman before God. It's about building a foundation of trust, loyalty, and unwavering commitment. In a world filled with temptations and distractions, God calls us to a higher standard of love, a love that is pure, faithful, and enduring. It's about guarding our hearts, protecting our marriages, and prioritizing the sacred bond we share with our spouses. You shall not steal. This commandment is a fundamental principle of honesty and integrity. It's about respecting the property of others, being trustworthy in our dealings, and conducting ourselves with honor and transparency. It's not just about physical possessions, it's about our words, our actions, and our intentions. Are we being truthful in our business dealings? Are we taking advantage of others? God calls us to be people of integrity, people whose word is their bond, people who can be trusted. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. In a world where gossip and misinformation spread like wildfire, this commandment is more relevant than ever. It's about speaking the truth, even when it's difficult, even when it's unpopular. It's about standing up for what's right, defending the innocent, and refusing to participate in harmful rumors or slander. Our words have power. They can build up or tear down. God calls us to be peacemakers, bridge builders, and truth tellers, using our words to spread kindness, encouragement, and hope. You shall not covet. This final commandment speaks to the condition of our hearts. It's about finding contentment in God's blessings, being grateful for what we have, and trusting that He will provide for our needs. When we covet, when we're constantly comparing ourselves to others or longing for what we don't have, it leads to dissatisfaction, jealousy, and a lack of gratitude. God wants us to experience true joy, the kind of joy that comes from knowing we are loved, provided for, and perfectly positioned in His plan. Thank you for joining us as we explored the 10 Commandments. Remember, these aren't just rules, they're roadmaps to a more fulfilling, more meaningful life, a life lived in alignment with God's heart. Let's strive to live out these commandments, not out of obligation, but out of a desire to honor God and experience the abundant life He has planned for us. Staying prayed up and trusting God is key to living a fulfilling Christian life. When we put our faith in Him, when we seek His guidance, and when we strive to live according to His principles, we open ourselves up to a world of blessings. Remember, God is for you, He's with you, and He wants the best for your life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.